Welcome to SST class. Students, today we will study chapter 3 Minerals and Power Resources from textbook in Geography for class 8 Resources and Development. Students, you might have come across the elements like coal, petroleum, iron, gold, silver, copper, etc. So, what are these? What we call them? And the question arises, what are minerals? So, a naturally occurring substance that has definite chemical composition is a mineral. Let us know more about minerals. They may be concentrated in a particular area or rock formations and formed in different types of geological environment under different situations. As discussed earlier also, they are created by natural processes without any human interferences. Students, now let's discuss types of minerals. Minerals can be identified on the basis of their physical properties such as color, density, hardness, and chemical properties such as solubility. On the basis of composition, minerals are changed mainly as metallic and non-metallic minerals. Metallic minerals contain metals in raw form. Metals are hard substances that conduct heat and electricity and has a shine. For example, iron ore, bauxite, manganese, etc. Metallic minerals may be ferrous or non-ferrous. Ferrous minerals contain iron, for example, iron ore. Non-ferrous minerals does not contain iron, for example, silver, copper, etc. Now, non-metallic minerals do not contain metals. Examples are mica, limestone, coal, petroleum, etc. Now we will study about extraction of minerals. Minerals can be extracted by mining. The process of taking out minerals from rocks buried under the earth's surface is called mining. Minerals that lie at shallow depths are taken out by removing the surface layer known as open cast mining. Further, deep bores are made to mineral deposits that lie at great depths, called shaft mining. Deep wells are also bored, which is known as drilling. The minerals that lie near the surface are simply dug out by the process called quarrying. Now let's proceed further and know about distribution of minerals. Students, we know minerals occur in different types at different places. You can have a look on the map regarding distribution of minerals. For example, iron ore is found in North Sweden, copper and nickel deposits in Canada, iron and nickel and platinum in South Africa, limestone deposits in France, manganese in Georgia and Ukraine, and phosphate in Algeria. Now we will learn about conservation of minerals. Students, minerals are of great importance and use. They are used in different industries like computers, making jewelry, in automobiles, airplanes, buildings, kitchen cookware, etc. So it is our duty to conserve it as it is a non-renewable resource. So it is our duty to conserve it as it is a non-renewable resource. it takes thousands of years for the formation of minerals. The rate of formation is much slower than rate of consumption. So it is necessary to reduce wastage in the process of mining. Recycling of metals can also be done to conserve minerals. So there are certain ways to conserve minerals. You may have a look here. Use of alternate sources of energy like solar energy, hydroelectric energy, wind energy, etc. Walking on a path that leads to sustainable development. Using the mineral resources with a greater efficiency. Use of renewable sources of energy. Avoid overexploitation of the mineral resources. Use of biogas as a fuel for cooking instead of the non-renewable sources of energy. Reuse and recycle the minerals and their products. Using minerals in a planned way. I hope you have understood all the topics. This was part 1 of this chapter. In the next part, we will study power resources. Thank you.